Sawasdee ka. Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. It's Thursday, June 11th of 2015, and you're with me, Sandrahan Utsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story for you, Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha on Wednesday presided over the opening ceremony of National Tree Week 2015 at the Kwarabom Forest in Chachoengsao Province. The Prime Minister then visited the 5-province forest exhibition before planting a sapling of Siamese rosewood, which is the botanical symbol of the province. The event was attended by more than 5,000 people, including provincial governors of the 5 provinces, representatives of various organizations, and members of the public. The highlight of National Tree Week 2015 is forest planting, in line with Miyawaki's method of afforestation and the guidelines of Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn. Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha is scheduled to make an official visit to Singapore today and tomorrow with a view to strengthening bilateral cooperation and witnessing the signing of various agreements. Deputy Government Spokesperson Major General Wirachon Sukontapatipak announced that Prime Minister Prayuth will be accompanied by his wife and entourage during his official trip to Singapore today and Friday at the invitation of his Singaporean counterpart, Lee Hsien Loong. The visit is primarily aimed at enhancing the two countries' relations and to allow the Thai officials to learn from Singapore's expertise in such fields as economy and education. During the 2-day visit, the Thai Premier will also attend the signing ceremony for 4 bilateral agreements, which concern the exemption of double taxation between the two nations, marine tourism cooperation, sharing of information related to the production and marketing of digital content, and collaboration between the Federation of Thai Industries and the Singaporean business sector. In addition, according to the Deputy Government Spokesperson, Prime Minister Prayuth will also observe the National Orchid Garden located within the Singapore Botanic Gardens and join in the orchid naming ceremony. Afterwards, he is scheduled to visit Thai athletes competing in the 28th SEA Games in order to give them moral support. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs General Thanasak Pattimaparakon has confirmed no Thais in South Korea have been infected with the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus, or MERS-CoV. Briefing the press on Thailand's response to the MERS-CoV outbreak in South Korea, General Thanasak stated that the Foreign Ministry has established coordination with the Ministry of Public Health in screening people traveling in and out of the country. He pointed out that health officials and examination equipment are being deployed at all points of entry, the same precautionary measure as that applied against the Ebola outbreak previously. When compared to Ebola or bird flu in terms of severity, General Thanasak assured that MERS-CoV is much less of a cause for concern. He also believes the current virus scare will pose no impact on Thai tourism. Asked whether the government is providing any assistance to Thai nationals in Korea, the foreign minister disclosed that a team of doctors will be dispatched to the country to give physical examinations to them free of charge. A subcommittee under the National Reform Council is planning to organize a public forum to hear people's opinions about legal reform that will promote fair business competition. Chairwoman of the Subcommittee on Public Participation, Rosanato Sitragun, said that a public forum will be held on June 17th at Asia Hotel in Bangkok to be a stage for representatives from state agencies which are involved in trade and business and members of various people's networks to discuss the reform of business competition-related laws. Ms. Orosana said that all opinions and suggestions collected from the upcoming event will be presented to the NRC to help solve the problem of trade monopoly, which has partly been caused by state rules and regulations. The spokesman of the Constitution Drafting Committee has revealed that there remains no discussion about the extension of the deadline for the drafting of the new charter. CDC spokesman General Ratanawanit said that the charter drafters have already discussed the resolution of the Cabinet and the National Council for Peace and Order, which was about their 7 proposed points of amendment to the interim charter. So far, there has been no talk about the extension of the time frame for the charter drafters' work, as it still awaits the completion of the amendment of the Provisional Constitution, General Ladrat said. However, he expects the Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC's work deadline, will be extended by 30 days, as suggested by the Cabinet. Bangkok Governor Mamrachawong Sukhumpan called a meeting between relevant units on the prevention of flooding in Bangkok after he returned from Rotterdam, where he attended the 2nd Policing in Global Cities. Permanent Secretary for the BMA, Sanya Chinimit, said before the meeting that the Bangkok governor was closely monitoring the rain situation in Bangkok and confirmed that the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, had been continuously planning measures to tackle rainfall. The permanent secretary added that a major obstacle to drainage in Bangkok was its garbage problem. He said the BMA might use legal measures, such as the Act on Maintaining the Country's Cleanliness and Tidiness, against people who litter. A large crowd flocked to the Flower and Ornamental Plant and Fish Festival held by the government at the Klong Purung Gurungkasem Canal. Up to 2,000 people visit the Flower and Ornamental Plant and Fish Festival at the Klong Purung Gurungkasem Canal on a daily basis, with many parents bringing their children to appreciate the beauty of ornamental plants and fish after school. Small plants that are highly popular include ferns, cactuses, and highly priced dwarfed trees, while popular fish include fighting fish, goldfish, and guppies. The president of the Crossbreed Club Thailand, Prayuth Thamaraksa, said that the crossbred flowerhorn fish has also received attention from the public. The fish are featured at this event at different prices according to or depending on their color and size. The Association of Domestic Travel, in collaboration with the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the Thai Ecotourism and Adventure Travel Association, and the Thai Association of Provincial Tourism Association, has arranged activities to promote Thai tourism under the campaign One Pack, One Price. The campaign is aimed at encouraging Thai people to travel during the low season. Chairman of the Association of Domestic Travel, Yuttachai Sunthon Ratanawet, said pilot tourist destinations under the One Pack, One Price campaign include Samui, Surathani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Phuket, Krabi, Hat Yai, and Songkhla. The campaign offers 3 days, 2 nights travel packages for 3,000 baht per person. The package includes accommodations at 4-star hotels, meals, and car rentals. The campaign will offer the tour package to other provinces throughout the country, starting at the end of this month until the 31st of October of 2015. It's expected to help stimulate low-season traveling and generate tourism revenue of around 40 to 50 million baht. Kites are a symbol of Thai arts and culture, and kite flying is an activity that Thais from all walks of life, children or adults, are familiar with. NBT World Correspondent Kun Niranut Trajakwanit went to the Thai Kite Museum and brings us this report.
The Thai Kite Museum, located in Tawita Pisek, Bang Khun Thien School in Bang Khun Thien district of Bangkok. This is a place where all kinds of kites are being collected and displayed. The museum showcases the kite culture and history from every region of Thailand, and even features an exhibition on fancy kites. This museum also teaches children how to make different kinds of kites as a way to preserve them. The founder of Thai Kite Museum, Kun Manun Trairat, explained that kites have been well known in Thailand for a long time, not only for ordinary people, but also for upper class and the monarchy. In the past, kite flying was very popular among the royalty, as one could normally witness the presence of the king on any kite flying occasion.
For
more than 700 years, kite flying has been known in Thailand, starting in the Sukhothai period. In the old days, kites were not only used for entertainment, but also used in spiritual ceremonies as a belief to ask for good luck, as well as warfare. The star-shaped kite, called the Jula, best represents the identity of the Thai people. Once in Thai history, Jula kites were used as weapons of war. They were tied with a pot of gunpowder, sailed over the enemy, and exploded on soldiers below.
During the reign of the Chakri dynasty, King Rama V was especially fond of playing the Jula Pakpao kite. The king initiated an outdoor kite competition with a royal trophy, bestowed upon the winner. Since then, the competition of Jula Pakpao kites has continued and become a sport tradition held annually as a part of Thai Tradition Sports Fair at Sanam Luang. In Thailand, kite flying is not just a casual play or a competition to see how high the object can soar in the sky. More importantly, it is an ancient sport dignified by rules and regulations and a heritage involving everyone from kings to commoners. For anyone who may be interested in seeing and learning about Thai kites, the Thai Kite Museum is open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, the museum can be contacted at telephone number 02-452-3737. I'm Niranut Trajakwanit reporting.
Thank you to Kun Niranut for that report, and that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a quick break now, but first we'll have a look at the exchange rates and the commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 9th core value, being conscious and mindful of actions in line with His Majesty the King's royal statements.
Physical connectivity, institutional connectivity, and people-to-people connectivity. The power to turn this region into a strong community. Witness the interconnectivity between the 10 Southeast Asian countries in ASEAN Connect via these channels.
Don't you get it? I don't need you anymore. Enough. We're through. There's someone else in my life.
Say no to the past. Bring your own bag. Say no to plastic.
Swadee krab, this is Thailand at large.
The show which is about to take you to the new experiences with the exciting stories.
With charming fascination. With a touch of Thainess.
Let's join us on NBT World.
Explore with us and you'll know and love Thailand even more than before.
Welcome back to Newsline. The quality of Thai export products must be improved to keep up with international standards, and this is according to the Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs. The Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs, Mom Ratchawong Priyatthorn Thevokul, made his remark on national standardization to increase the nation's competitiveness, saying that Thailand must improve the quality of its products along with international standards to ensure the global reception of Thai products as high-quality products, especially medicine products, which should be improved prior to the integration of the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC. The Deputy Prime Minister also mentioned that the weakened Thai currency, 33 baht and 80 satang per $1 from 32 baht and 70 satang per $1, actually benefits the export sector, especially with regard to agricultural produce. Agricultural entrepreneurs had previously suffered losses due to the exchange rate. And in our world news, President Barack Obama on Wednesday ordered the deployment of up to 450 more U.S. troops and the establishment of a new training base in Iraq's Anbar province to help rebuild fragile Iraqi forces in preparation for a battle to retake territory lost to Islamic State. The plan to expand the 3,100-strong U.S. contingent of trainers and advisors in Iraq marks an adjustment in strategy for Obama, who has faced mounting pressure to do more to blunt the momentum of Islamic State insurgents. But with Obama sticking to his refusal to send troops into combat or to the front lines, it is unlikely to silence critics who say the limited U.S. military role in the conflict is not enough to turn the tide of battle. U.S. officials hope that a strengthened American presence on the ground in Anbar will help the Iraqi military devise and carry out a counterattack to retake the provincial capital Ramadi, which insurgents seized last month in an onslaught that further exposed the shortcomings of the Iraqi army. The European Union, or EU, signed on Wednesday a visa waiver agreement with Peru and Colombia aiming at easing travels between the two countries and the Union. European Commissioner for Migration and Home Affairs Dimitris Avramopoulos signed the agreements with Peru's Minister for Foreign Affairs Ana Maria Liliana Sanchez Vargas de Rios and Colombia's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Maria Angela Holguin, on the sidelines of an EU CELAC summit in Brussels. The ceremony was hosted by the EU Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini, who told reporters the visa waiver agreements would stimulate the relationship between the 28-member bloc and the two South American countries by allowing their citizens to travel freely. And the scene turned violent in downtown Santiago on Wednesday when angry students faced off with riot police demanding a greater say in an education overhaul in the South American country. Officers responded with water cannons after students threw rocks at police. The violence comes as President Michelle Bachelet looks to bolster teacher pay and conditions, bring public schools, now managed and financed by townships, under national jurisdiction, and make university education free. However, students say they have not been consulted on the changes. Teachers joined students in the protests and also want a greater say in the changes. Earlier this year, Chile's Congress approved the first batch of Bachelet's ambitious education reform, which includes an end to profits at state-subsidized schools and eliminates their selective entrance policies. And the final piece of steel was placed on a structure that will support the U.S. Open's retractable roof for the massive Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City on Wednesday. The roof will take 5 minutes to open or close and will be ready for any raindrop by the 2016 tournament. Gordon Smith, Executive Director of the U.S. Tennis Association, or USTA, said the finished product will be spectacular. Being able to cover the main court at the U.S. Open brings the championship in line with Wimbledon and the Australian Open, which both have retractable roofs over center court. The French Open has also announced plans to cover its main court. The U.S. Open is no stranger to rain. With the tournament final postponed to Mondays so many times from 2008 to 2012 that organizers begin to schedule the men's final on a Monday to allow for weather delays. And that's it for this edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT, and you can also check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. We're saying goodbye today with a celebration of the Thai national football team after beating Vietnam 3-1 at the SEA Games. I'm Sandra Hanud Sahat for Newsline. Have a great day. Sawasdee ka.
เวียดนามอันดับ 1ซึ่งมี 12